Fuck it. Yeah. Fuck your worth. You can eat dirt. Strap on bombs and blow up. The pressure right there. Memoirs of a nigga from the BX. That's what made me, and I love it. Gotta love it. Not above it. Yup, I love it. Had to do it my way. Gotta follow my way. Memoirs of a nigga from the BX. That's what made me, and I love it. Let me go. Not above it. Yup, I love it. Had to do it my way. Gotta follow my way. Growing up in the Bronx, there was adventures. Shit get litty, especially in the summer. Barbecues popping off, satisfy the hunger. Then play space, make sure you're done up. Time to pack it up, leave the table. When I was young, shadow puppets was cable. It's no fable, times is unstable. Meal portion, the same size of a ladle. Had to go to the pantry to get the grub. Sometimes wash my clothes in the bathtub. In the blizzard, a nigga had to walk to school. It didn't matter, that's what we had to do. In ghost sound ciphers on the fucking room. Smoking hydro, make the cops come through. They be doing the most for a fucking roach. I hope they don't approach, amen toast. Memoirs of a nigga from the BX. That's what made me, and I love it. Gotta love it. Not above it. Yup, I love it. Had to do it my way, gotta follow my way. Memoirs of a nigga from the BX. That's what made me, and I love it. Let me go. Not above it. Yup, I love it. Had to do it my way, gotta follow my way. A nigga got locked cause the spot got raided. They pissed, they got no information. Let us go, your time just got wasted. When they looking mad, you know that's my favorite. Trade dogs roaming, corner stores open. Let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese that's toasted. I'm posted, waiting for the fucking bus. Just to go to a job that's fucking tough. What's this on my check? That's not enough. Let me get a meat cleaver, run amok. Turn savage, far from the average. These bills I'm having with steak and vanish. I thought I'd play for the New York Knicks. It didn't happen, then I figured life's a bitch. In the projects, bitches used to suck my dick. In the staircase, and this stank like piss. That ass though. Hey, yo, B. 1 2 1 2. Tell me how I'm sounding to you. You know what I'm saying? What to do though? Council roundtable, sign that back in once again. Can you comprehend, my friends? Episode 353, Black History Month, episode 20. When it comes to Mark Henry. And all that old-fashioned rassing type ish. You know what I'm saying? But, before we get to that, right? Matter of fact, yo. You already know I had to say something about this whole Kevin Nash shit. No, we're not even gonna play with it. Let's get straight to what this dude said, right? This is what he said. He's a little bit too Mr. Bojangles for me. I wish he was a little more urban. Yo. I'm surprised but not surprised at the same time because it's like this is what we be talking about when it comes to always inviting motherfuckers to the barbecue, B. For this dude to even sit there and get so comfortable saying something like that is completely ridiculous. Like Mr. Bojangles, my dude, you couldn't like word it any other way. You couldn't say something different. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he needs to be more urban. And you got these black dudes out there caping for it. Like, oh, he didn't mean urban like black. What really? Come on, B. People need to stop this. I don't know what this new era is when it comes to, oh, he doesn't mean this. Oh, don't believe your ears. Don't believe your eyes. Like, it's not that serious. No, it is that serious. The hell, but he's a little bit Mr. Bojangles. Do you see him running around dancing and tap dancing and you don't see him doing anything like that. He's basically like a black luchador without a mask. And yeah, whatever, he may smile here and there. But that's the first thing you think of is him being Mr. Bojangles and all that. And it's like, not all black wrestlers are urban or supposed to be urban or whatever you may call it. It's just buffoonery. We all have different characters. We're all not the fucking same. Anubis was goody. Oh, that's what I'm talking about, B. Appreciate y'all. 11 likes, actually. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, B. Let me say what's up to y'all real quick, though. Blaze, what's going on, my dude? All right. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Yeah. He could have easily said, like, yo, you know what? I think this dude needs to be more serious. Like the verbiage is completely crazy. He needs to be more urban. So what do you want? What do you want this dude, Javon Evans, to do? You want him to be coming? You want him to come out wearing Timberlands and having gold chains and boombox, bucket of chicken, watermelon. Have him rapping when he comes to the ring, like that'll be his entrance. He's rapping. That's what you want. What do you want, Nash? You know what I'm saying? And then want to come out with a lame ass apology. The apology was so crazy. He just randomly just started saying, "Oh, you know what an Uncle Tom is? Uncle Tom is such and such. Oh, do your history about that. But I apologize though." What? What kind of apology is that? First of all, nobody ain't saying anything about no damn Uncle Tom. You was better off just not saying anything, period. And the motherfuckers out there that be caping for this dude, B. If this dude Kevin Nash worked at CVS Pharmacy and he said that, y'all would just be like, you know what, he's just wrong, period. But since he's a retired wrestler that barely drew a dime, you want to be like, oh, he didn't mean it like that. Oh, you looking too much into it. No, fuck that. We need to start holding these motherfuckers accountable, B. Nash ain't exempt from that shit. Right. Nash want ever to be the third member of Crime Time. Yeah, come on like a YN. It's like, what you want? You want him to roll up a blunt during his matches? What you want? You want the cops to come arrest this dude Javon Evans like what they used to do with Stone Cold? What's more urban, Nash? Black Star was goody. But Nash, you ain't shit for that. And I'm not gonna sit here and say Nash is a full-blown racist. I'm not gonna go that far with it, but that was some racist shit that he said. It is what it is. I don't care what nobody say. Especially y'all black YouTube channels or whatever capable for this bullshit, not calling it for what it is. Oh no, white people live in urban areas, so he didn't mean that. Fuck out of here. All right. Tati, what it do though? White people know exactly what they are saying. They've been more bold lately since their president. So, yo, I'm telling you, Tati, like these motherfuckers is really getting comfortable, B. We gotta let these motherfuckers know, B. Like, not only this month, any month. Y'all can't just be going out just saying the most craziest shit and expect motherfuckers to just be okay with it, yo. Enough of that shit, yo. And shame on y'all black content creators that be caping for the buffoonery. When it comes to this, when it comes to Cody Raheem Rose, all that goofy shit. Knock that shit off, B. The hell. We need to start gatekeeping again. We need to stop inviting all these motherfuckers to the damn barbecue just because they know somewhat of our culture. Don't you know that's what the fuck they do? They use a culture to brainwash, to, you know what I mean, infiltrate. And this is what it is. The fuck? Got Bally with the blick up over here too, B. Let's move on, though, B. Like, fuck Nash for that shit. He a whole goofball. Talk about Mark Henry real quick, then I'm going to open up them floodgates. You know what I'm saying? Get back to that Black History Month. The hell? Black is beautiful. Mark Gerald Henry, born June 12, 1971, is an American former powerlifter, Olympic weightlifter, strongman, and retired professional wrestler, currently signed to WWE under a Legends contract. Henry is a two-time Olympian from 92 to 96 and a gold, silver, and bronze medalist at the Pan American Games in 1995. As a powerlifter, he was WDFPF World Champion in 95 and a two-time U.S. National Champion in 95 and 97. And once held an American record in the deadlift. He still holds a WDFPF World Records in the squat, deadlift, and total. Can't you see? In weightlifting, Henry was a three-time U.S. National Weightlifting Champion, American Open winner, a two-time U.S. Olympic Festival champion, and a NACAC champion in 96. He held all three senior U.S. American weightlifting records in 93 and 97. In strongman, Henry won the inaugural Arnold Strongman Classic in 2002. You know what I'm saying? He's from Silsbee, Texas. Sound like a small town somewhere. Let's fast forward a little bit, though. At the age of 24, Henry made his first appearance on WWF programming on the March 11th, 96 episode of Monday Night Raw, where he press slammed Jerry Lawler, who was ridiculing Henry while interviewing him in the ring. After Henry competed in the 96 Summer Olympics, the WWF signed him to a 10-year contract. Trained by professional wrestler Leo Burke, his first feud in the WWF was with Lawler. At the pay-per-view event SummerSlam on August 18th, Henry came to the aid of Jake Roberts, who was suffering indignity at the hands of Lawler. Henry's debut wrestling match was against Lawler in a house show at the Baltimore Arena on September 21st. Henry defeated Lawler in a rematch at In Your House 10 Mind Games on September 22nd. The feud continued at house shows during subsequent weeks. On the November 4th episode of Raw, Henry served as a cornerman for Barry Windham in a match against Goldust. He was set to team with Windham, Mark Merrill, and Rocky Maivia to take on the team Lawler, Goldust, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and Crush at Survivor Series on November 17th, but was replaced by Jake Roberts when he was forced to withdraw from the event due to injury. Yeah, he was definitely injury prone around that time. This dude, that's part of the reasons why this dude push was start finish type push, because he was definitely injury prone around that time. I definitely remember that. See what the chat talking about. Everybody saying what's up to each other. That's what's up, B. Appreciate y'all and all that. We are doing well. Thank you for asking. I hope your family is doing well too, Black Star. That's right, Black Star. What's going on? Hope you're doing well. You know what I'm saying? What I'm up to now. On the November 4th episode of Raw, Henry served as a corner. All right, I got past. Okay, my bad, y'all. My bad. In November 97, he returned to the ring, making his televised return the following month. By the end of the year, he was a regular fixture on WWF programming, defeating the Brooklyn Brawler on the December 15th episode of Raw, from beating the Sultan. You already know the Sultan is this dude Rikishi. on the December 27th episode of WWF Shotgun Saturday night. Henry joined the Nation of Domination faction with Farouk, The Rock, Kama Mustafa, and D'Lo Brown on January 12th, 1998. After The Rock usurped the fuck, what the fuck is it? Usurped? That's a crazy word. Farouk's position as leader. Henry switched loyalties to The Rock, and he also competed at WrestleMania 14 on March 29th in a tag team battle royal with Brown as his partner, but they did not win at the short fuse against Shamrock and Vader. Henry participated in his faction's enmity against DX, which included a romantic storyline with DX member China. I remember that shit. And oh God, here comes when he became sexual chocolate. When the Nation disbanded, he engaged in a short feud with The Rock, defeating him at Judgment Day in your house on October 18th with help from Brown, and then forming a permanent tag team with D'Lo Brown, gaining Ivory as a manager. During the next year, Mark Henry gave himself the nickname Sexual Chocolate, adopting a ladies' man character. He first resumed his storyline with former enemy China, but it ended with her betraying him in a controversial angle, including a transvestite. At SummerSlam on August 22nd, 1999, during a match between Brown and Jeff Jarrett for the WWF Intercontinental and WWF European Championships, both held at the time by Brown, Henry turned on Brown and helped Jarrett win the match and the titles. The next night, Henry was awarded the European title by Jarrett in return for his help. Henry lost the title 1 month later to Brown at the Unforgiven pay-per-view on September 26th. You know what I'm saying? Let me open up the floodgates real quick. Appreciate y'all for pulling up, B. You know what I'm saying? Hand that thumbs up and all that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, appreciate you, Ballet. Pow! Right there. Pull up. Usurp. That means take a position of power or importance unlawfully or by force. Got you. See, that's why I fuck with you, Ballet. Quick with the blick on your hip. Right now. Got Anubis and Black Star in the building. Early with it.
Yo, what's good, everybody?
You.
What's up?
Y'all can hear me straight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are talking about Mark Henry and all that.
Yeah. And as far as the Nash thing, I'm like, every time I look up, he's talking about a black wrestler.
Yeah.
It's like the second time I done heard him talk about a black wrestler.
He's a little too Bojangles to me. Fuck you.
Yeah. I'm like, that shows he didn't show he didn't see his NXT run when he was going up against Trick and Oba.
Right. The reason why Nash is like saying shit like that is because he grew up in Detroit, so he thinks he's black.
There's no excuse.
Yeah, but Eminem grew up in Detroit too, and he don't be pulling that shit.
He tried it. He did try it from before. Em tried it from before, and he got checked for that shit.
Exactly.
Like Kevin Nash doesn't know better. Eminem knows better.
Nah, I don't know, man. I think these
Kevin Nash plays basketball.
I really be thinking these motherfuckers just be getting comfortable, and they be a lot of these black wrestling fans that'll sit there and be like, "Oh, he didn't mean it like that. He didn't know."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he doesn't know.
He meant it just like how he said it, because he could have said anything else. Like, Mr. Bojangles, maybe he needs to be more urban. What?
Yeah, you don't call nobody Bojangles. That's just like people that misuse the phrase Uncle Tom. He's sitting up here like, do you actually know who the story of Uncle Tom? Oh, you don't? Then shut up.
Like that. that's proof positive that Nash doesn't know the product. Because if he watches NXT Red, he was exactly how you said he should be.
Yeah. He cool when he needs to be, and then when it's time to get down, he gets down.
And that's my main thing. My main thing is that he could have chose different words, especially the climate that we're in right now. And Nash is into politics. We all know Nash is into politics, so it's like, my dude, you're not that tone deaf.
Yeah, but also, like you said before, besides the caping, people always, and I see this on the internet a lot. People always go, "Man, people are so soft about what somebody says." I'm like, first off, you didn't say it; you typed it. Secondly, if you did say it, it's in front of a camera. Now, if you said it in front of me, I might be sensitive and sensitively punch the shit out of you.
How you sensitively punch somebody in the face?
Hurt my feelings. I hurt your job. What?
But you would say you're sorry.
Yeah. Feelings get hurt. I gotta hurt something.
Like, I'm sorry.
So what's y'all thoughts on Mark Henry though? You know what I'm saying? Like, you already know I started off with him on powerlifting and all that. Him going up against a Sultan. I was talking about more of his earlier career.
Yeah,
there was two versions. There was two versions of Mark. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I mean, as much as the matches and whatnot, I could take her to leave it. Like, it's not a diss on him personally. I always enjoy the backstage stories about him.
Like what?
Like the shoots and stuff. Like when it was one of the wrestlers was talking about Mark Henry was all upset because he's like, I'm trying to roll this quarter, but I can only break it. And he's like, okay, Mark. Because Mark was upset he was trying to roll a quarter, like fold it and roll it.
I know, like a blunt.
Yeah. And they're just like, with his bare hands, they're just like, what? Like little stuff like that. That's entertaining to me. As far as injury prone goes, like Jim Cornette did try training them down there, but they would use, like, one of the reasons he got injured, I remember, was like down in OVW originally they would use cables, for the ropes, but they wanted him to train on ropes down there, and he's like, he's not ready for that, and he fell through and busted himself. So that was one of his injuries.
About that,
yeah. Like, because when WWE was financing OVW, they started wanting them to use their rings and stuff and their ropes, but Jim Cornette was like, they don't know how to use these, so it would happen a lot actually. Because working from cables to ropes is two totally different. It's two totally different things.
Like to me, the part of his early run that kind of pissed me off was that, like, if anybody was Mr. Bojangles in the early part of the run, it was Mark Henry. He did not come up with his true character until the Hall of Pain.
This is true. But in all fairness, I just want to say this. That's the thing.
Let Blacksaw continue on. Go ahead, Blacksaw.
All right.
When he came in with the Hall of Pain gimmick, he was hurting motherfuckers, and he did not give a shit.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was the part that I liked about him the most. It wasn't his first part of his run. His first part of his run pissed me off. It was the Hall of Pain run, which that's what he should have been from day one.
True. But what I was trying to say, though, was the reason why the Hall of Pain, that came later. But remember, when he first got there, they were pissed that he was getting such a big check, and they were trying to do everything they can to get him to try to leave and get out of his contract. But he didn't want to leave that money. But they kept trying and trying. Remember?
Okay.
They kept trying to get him to, like, opt out. But he's like, nah, y'all paying me a lot. I'll do whatever it is y'all need me to do right here. Because I ain't leaving. Because all the wrestlers was pissed because of how big of the contract was that Vince gave them.
Yeah, Vince was treating him very well.
Yeah, and I'm like,
came in.
Well, hold on.
Like, if he would
got
have came
TKO in the building. What's going on, TKO?
Yeah, that I mean, what's up? So we talking about Mark Henry today.
That's right. Black History Month, be keeping that going.
Oh yeah, and one more thing. If I was If I was Billy Gunn, I would have feared for my life the second that he did that Ms. Mark Henry thing in the Nation of
Oh
Domination.
yeah,
Right.
that was X Pac. X Pac did that.
Yeah, that was X
Yeah,
Pac.
Hey.
for my life because I knew
Yeah, I
that's what's
remember.
coming. That's what's coming for me.
Like he spoke. I forgot what interview he was doing, but I think it was Inside the Ropes. They was interviewing him and shit, and he was saying that he didn't know about that they was gonna do that promo.
And that'll
And,
make the death even worse.
right.
Yeah.
So like after they did the promo and he was backstage and The Rock, he was ready to fuck these dudes up. And he was like, yo, why is The Rock acting like that? And Mark Henry explained to X-Pac, he was like, yo, that shit was offensive what y'all did, whatever. And he was like, what do you mean by offensive? He was like, yo, it was racist. And he was like, and X-Pac was like, come on, I'm not racist. We just trying to, have some fun. We just cracking jokes or whatever. And then Mark Henry said he explained the whole Sambo and Mantan shit from what they used to do back in the days. And he said X-Pac started like begging and crying and shit and swearing he wasn't racist and nothing like that.
I don't think X-Pac is racist or meant to be racist. I think we all know what the segment was. It was
But still, if I would have found out, I would have gave X-Pac a Frieza level ass whooping.
Yeah, because it's like, according to Mark Henry, X-Pac was being somewhat remorseful or whatever, but Triple H was like, he just didn't care. He brushed it off like, oh, it was just a joke. But it's like, y'all could have joked around and shit without doing all that, especially Triple H. It's like,
Well, you know what though? This goes.
Say no to this stuff. If Vince was to present y'all like, yo, I want y'all to do, y'all could easily be like, you know what? Nah, we're not doing that because y'all got pulled in the industry.
Exactly. They tried to do it with Brett. Remember, I told y'all about that before. They wanted Brett to do some racist stuff to the nation, and he's like, I don't roll like that, so that's not happening.
Right.
But also,
Tyler.
Oh, yeah. But also, this goes to the thing that I always say, like, because I hang out with a lot of cosplayers and stuff, and I see this on Twitter every other day, even though I'm not on Twitter. I see it because they show up on my TikTok, and I'm like, all right, if you want to dress up as a character, dress up as a character. You don't got to paint your skin to do it. I ain't ever painted my skin when I dressed up like anybody.
Like I said, Frieza level ass whoopings.
And I dressed up like Space Ghost, and I didn't paint my skin white.
Yeah, it's like, I'll just be tired of people playing in our face and shit and be like, oh, it's not that serious type shit. Because it's like, okay, you ignore that shit and then they're going to go the extra mile.
Yeah. It's just a word. I'm like, and this is just a fist. But somehow I'm wrong.
Like, we're not going to do that.
It's just a crotch punch.
Vigo Dot. What's going on, Vigo Dot? Come on. Who's Mark Henry? Google him. Or rewind this.
Really?
Rewind this when I start the show off. After I did my Kevin Nash rant, I explained to you who Mark Henry is.
Yeah, you also forgot his legendary. You forgot when he legendarily told Shawn Michaels when his leg healed, he's gonna break his foot off in his ass, and then he got sent to Canada to go work with the Hearts.
Right.
Shawn tried to hide it behind Sid, and Mark was like, "Look, my leg messed up. As soon as it healed, I'm gonna break my foot off in your ass." So Vince was like, "You can't be doing that to Shawn. I gotta send you to Canada."
Right. Shawn might be a pain in my ass, but he's my top money maker.
Exactly.
Supposedly.
Yeah. Hey, you know what though? Like I said, even everybody that's even hated him has never said the dude can't wrestle. That he can't put on a good match.
Agree with that. Shawn Michaels can wrestle his ass off, but he's also known when he
to be a complete
champion. Well, not only that, when he was champion, he was known to not draw any money.
Yeah,
I mean, you got to remember what time they were at. Like, ain't nobody was drawing money at that time because WCW was like hitting their stride at that time, and plus
WWF was still in that weird era where they're like Abe Knuckleball Schwartz and the Goon and Duke the Dumpster Grossi. It was like none of these people are drawing money. I want to go watch a garbage man wrestle.
And plus around that time, people wasn't really fucking with wrestling like that.
Yeah, it was in the cooling off period.
Right.
Like it wasn't until like realism got into wrestling that's when it popped off.
Yeah, that's when it was like, and they incorporated like more gang culture, I guess you could say, in WCW. That's how you got the NWO. You got the Wolf Pack.
Yeah,
and then Vince started calling it the Attitude Era, and motherfuckers was starting to be a little more real now.
Yeah, because he combined WCW and ECW. That's all WWF was at the time. They just combined the two and watered it down a little bit.
Because they finally figured out at that time the days of the eating your vitamins, saying your prayers, white meat babyface brothers is gotten stale.
Yeah. Well, also it was also just too many cartoon characters at the time. Like everybody was on it. Like speaking of Kevin Nash, he was Oz, and he came out with the Grand Wizard, which I always thought was weird because he was called the Grand Wizard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Motherfucker sitting there trying to tell, oh, you should be like this. Just because you were FUBU doesn't mean you know how all black people act.
Oh my God. Right? Kevin Nash in that FUBU outfit was hilarious. Like he looked like that. He remind you of that uncle at the cookout that still lives in the 80s. Like,
right. Am I down now, guys? Am I down with you now? Get the fuck out of
Vinny Vegas was even funnier.
Are you wearing a
I remember that.
Vinny Vegas, yeah.
Vinny Vegas, good Lord. That was terrible.
And that bad mohawk he had too. What were they called? With him and Dan Spivey?
Oh, the skyscrapers, I think. Yeah, the skyscrapers.
Yeah, the skyscrapers.
That was him. No, that was Taker. That wasn't Nash.
That was Taker. That was Taker and Spivey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was. Man, speaking of that, Bischoff's a fucking idiot too. Like, how the hell you had Stone Cold and Taker on your roster in their before their prime, and you couldn't come up with a gimmick for them? Meanwhile, Vince on their first day gave them Stone Cold and Undertaker, and they blew up like almost in day one. Jesus, that just shows you how that just shows you how stupid he is.
Yeah, the ringmaster didn't really pop off like that.
Yeah, he was the ringmaster.
If it wasn't for Bischoff doing what he did, Stone Cold would have never been a thing.
Well, you know what though? But they remember he did have traction with Brian Pillman when they were the Hollywood Blondes, but because they were getting over, they got separated.
Yeah, that was Flair's fault.
Yeah, they were getting over. And they were like, "Oh, we can't have that." So yeah, WCW was a weird place anyway.
It got weirder when the NWO really popped off because like it just became the NWO show. That's what it was.
Yeah,
that was
I gotta go get my ladder real quick. I'll be right back.
That was one of Scott Snyder's greatest promos.
I'm like, motherfucker, you can't coach and play in the game, bro.
What he said, people are picking up their remotes and changing the channel.
Yeah. But
yeah. Me and my brother said, so yo, WWE is on, all right? I said, all right. Okay, we'll change the channel.
But I can't hate all of it because I was happy that I got to see Akira Hakuto throw down in the WCW ring. Once again, I'm a Joshi man. Wasn't as violent as they used to be, but what are you gonna do? They had to dumb it down a bit when they came to the States.
Like the only part that was scripted was what he said. We said, that's why I'm NWO for life, because WCW sucks. I was like, yeah, there you go.
Scott Steiner always says such riveting stuff.
But everything else about that promo was unscripted as hell.
Yeah.
Just like what he said. Just like what we said, like, you go to the back and ask if you have a 4-star match, 5-star match. He said, why don't you go to the back and ask us? We'll tell you they just suck. And then you can see Booker T almost corpsing right behind him.
They were all laughing behind him. It was hilarious. Like,
wait, I thought that was Stevie Ray because Stevie Ray was NWO at that time.
Stevie Ray was in the NWO, but. Yeah, that what he's talking about is the promo that he did in TNA.
Yeah, the main event Mafia promo. I think they were in Vegas at that time.
I ain't gonna lie. I kind of fell off when the main event mafia became. I'm all like, oh, what are these people doing here?
I ain't gonna lie. I thought the main event mafia was cool for what it was until TNA made the same mistake that WCW did. They didn't know how to end it.
Yeah.
Now that Booker T Black Snow pro was just the funniest shit of all time.
Oh God, when he was
went into the ring and beat Consequences Creed's ass while making a promo of him whooping his ass.
But I like how. But you know what though? That was one of those things where I wonder if him and AJ Styles resolved that because AJ didn't like him. He's like, if you don't want to be here, don't be here. Don't just come get a damn check.
Like he said, oh my God, Booker T, what a great sidekick. Yeah. What?
Because I was still the only thing that I hated, but at the same time I have a guilty pleasure of when it comes to the whole invasion of TNA was when Scott Steiner took Petey Williams under his wing. And that's when we got Steiner Math.
Second greatest promo of all time.
Yes. Especially at the end. Shut up, Skank. When she dared to question his mathematical skills.
Yeah.
And the math checks out. That's the funniest part about it. The math checks out.
Exactly. But
That's
when she questioned it, I was like, shut up, Skank.
That's what makes it better. So he was kind of justified to be mad at her. Like,
exactly.
Oh man.
Like some mathematician like did the promo and he's like, yeah, the math checks out. I was like, wait, what? The math checks out?
I guarantee you he didn't, even Scott Steiner had no intention on making that math make sense.
But it did. He's a collegiate athlete, aka collegiate. But
when he said like, I come from a highly educated university, so when I talk to these white trash, I have to dumb myself down.
That's accurate.
It is true. I mean, you know. But what's funny is that it turns out Rick was the one that wanted to beat everybody up. Rick was the one that was like known for beating people, like just going and taking liberties with everybody. That's why people didn't like hiring him too much. Like Scott, yeah, he was crazy, but Rick was he wasn't the talker. Rick was the beater.
Rick was the one that would whoop everyone's ass. Scott was the with the trash
loudmouth.
Yeah,
that could also beat your ass if you needed to. But did you guys catch Fourth Rope? They released the Vegas show. Even though it was back in August, they finally put it on YouTube. It was a good show.
It was? Okay.
Yeah, it was a good show, and it made me mad because I'm like, wow, West Side Gun, if you keep this up, I can't sneer at you wanting to do something with TNA because he runs a fun promotion.
Didn't they sign him? Or like weren't they like negotiating with each other?
See, I don't know the full. I don't know. I looked it up, and the last thing I saw was in January, so I don't know for sure.
You talking about West Side Gun try to buy TNA?
Yeah, because I just watched. I was telling them how they just released the Vegas show that they did out here. And it was a good show.
Yeah, like he just said he wanted to buy TNA, but ain't nothing.
They never completed the deal then.
Yeah, he just said he wanted to buy it. He didn't say he was gonna buy it. He said he wants to, but
okay.
It is like my dude, like what I was saying from before. Just focus on Fourth Rope. You know what I'm saying? I like the fact with Fourth Rope it taps into hip hop culture. I like
Keep that door closed. All the dogs are getting out.
Like I like that. You know, he had people come through and perform. He had Bun B perform. He had who else perform? Joey Badass.
Yep, Joey Badass. Good shows.
You know what I'm saying? And this dude, Matt Riddle was in the main event up against, I forgot dude's name he went up against, but it was a cage match.
I watched something about Matt Riddle that I never knew actually happened. He actually beat John Jones in a wrestling match, like Greco-Roman wrestling.
Yeah, Riddle could go. He may be a creep, but he could go. The dude got squabbles.
Yeah,
that's like he beat John Jones, I think, twice during high school years, and that was John Jones' only 2 losses. I was like, huh, really interesting.
Yeah, Matt Riddle. I never question his fight. It's everything else.
Right.
Like I used to be a Matt Riddle fan, but I'm just like every time I look up some weird stuff happening with him.
What's good, Seaflu? Yeah, that was a name. What was it? Nash.
Oh, the Master Blasters. Yeah, okay.
Nash and Spivey. Yeah, that was the Master Blasters. Thanks a lot,
Okay.
Seaflu.
And then I was just like watching stuff from back in the day, and like the funniest part about wrestling in the 90s.
Scrappy. Come on, Scrappy.
You good?
I think he's walking his dog.
Oh, okay.
No, my dogs got out because my nephew opened the doors. I'm trying to get them around the door. I thought I pressed
all
mute.
their asses.
I thought I pressed mute. My apologies.
You good?
Like, baby, get the belt. Wait, what? Nah, but the best part about wrestling in the 90s was that there was always a point to the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I missed that.
It wouldn't be match after match after match after match. But
right,
there used to be a reason why those matches took place.
Yeah, and I'll even say this: like, not every single match gotta have a point to it. It's good. It's cool to have some exhibition matches to see where motherfuckers' skills is at.
Yeah, sometimes remember they used to have those too. That would be the story. It would just be like, I want to see how good you are.
Yeah.
Sometimes that would just be the story, like who would come out on top against us. Or that's why I miss good squash matches to build up your guys.
And again, like I know that this is one of the topics. So can I talk about it, or are we still?
Of course, it's a topic. Go ahead.
Okay. I fucking loved the Dynamite ending when fucking Swerve just turned psycho heel. I like that.
Yeah.
But
match of the year so far. I don't care what nobody says. Match of the bumper at the end.
I told you, man. Swerve versus Omega would feed generations.
I'm telling you.
Wait, that was I missed that. I didn't get to see it. Ain't this a bitch? Now I gotta go look it up.
You have to watch it. You have to.
Stop.
It's really good.
I'm a Swerve fan and I'm an Omega fan. I've been waiting for them two to go at it for years. I have been.
Yeah.
Because I've been following Shane Strickland for a minute.
This dude,
they just main evented Dynamite on Wednesday.
Omega
goes by far one of the best. That goes by far one of the best endings I've seen all year. Well,
like I said, I've always been
the best ending.
I've been following him since I was following him when he was coming out to Shaka Khan's music. Like that used to be Shane Strickland's music was Ain't Nobody by Shaka Khan. He come to the ring, do a little pop locking, then start whooping ass. And then he became Killshot.
But the part that kind of pisses me off is that...
Hold on, Black. So let TKO go. Go ahead, TKO.
My bad.
Now, I was just going to say, man, Swerve Strickland, man, he came a long way. He was kill shot on Lucha Underground. He was floundering on NXT.
Yep.
And then getting fired. And now he's on AEW, not only as the first first black AEW champion, but now he had a match with Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
Talk about a revamp.
A damn good match.
And I like the
I knew
fact
they would have one though.
I like the seeds that they planted for this. Remember, the seeds that was planted was this dude Swerve telling Omega, like, how come every time I'm around, it's like you've been ducking me? Either you're injured or whatever the case may be. Let me find out. Like, it's like he low-key telling him, like, you faking your injury just to duck me.
Yeah. And that sells itself but also that's good. Like, I doubt they planned it, but that's great booking too. Keep them apart. Keep them apart till it's time to clash. Then you promote the shit out of it.
But like the part that pisses me off about it is that like you know that you're gonna turn Swerve heel, and basically you told on yourself with the whole Hangman versus MJF stipulation if Hangman loses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
And then like I'm sitting there and I'm all like, Hangman's gonna win to set up Hangman Swerve, but why would you put yourself in that big of a hole?
And here's another thing. A lot of people forget Cody Rhodes did the same shit And look how bad his booking was after that. So what if Hangman? So what if Hangman doesn't win? What happens then?
Well, how long does he have till his contract is up?
I don't know.
Should be like another 2 years, right? Because like it's 5-year deals in AEW.
Yeah, because when's the last time he signed a new contract or signed a new deal?
It was like 2021, I believe.
Yeah, but I don't think Hangman's going anywhere. But even still,
he'd be a fucking fool. I don't care.
He's got nowhere to go.
I think him going to WWE will be something interesting, even though Triple H sucks. But
no, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. You know what? One, Logan Paul already does his clothesline, and two,
you're right.
Yeah,
and two, where would he fit?
There's something funny about that because Tom Brady basically put that man to task. That was the funniest shit ever.
They haven't even debuted Hobbs on SmackDown or Raw yet. So what are they gonna?
Like they said, like basically Brady told, or Logan Paul told Brady like, hey, I can easily be an NFL superstar. And Brady looked at him like, the fuck you, like fuck no. and they said I admit what you do is cute. I was like, oh my god.
I don't understand.
Brady don't want no damn smoke. Like Brady.
I don't understand. I don't understand what makes these motherfuckers think that they could just cross over so easily and won't have any problems. Like,
because
I can tell you one of the reasons is that back in the day, most professional wrestlers were former football players.
Like he
said, even nowadays.
Yeah, but like like Ron Simmons was a football player. Bruiser Brody was a football player. Like you either were a football player or an amateur wrestler.
Yeah, but none of them. Yeah, but none of them actually thought that it would be easy. Like, oh, I'm going to be a star tomorrow. These motherfuckers do. Like,
yeah.
Like
I remember Logan Paul was on that type of timing, and then he got humbled real quick.
Oh, well, because actual wrestlers will beat your ass if you come disrespect the ring.
Like he basically said, like what you do is cute, but there's no way you can do what I do. And he admitted, he said like, hey, I can't do what you do, but you for damn sure can't do what I do.
Well, shit, wrestling ain't easy to get into. Yeah, as long as there's that
respect, because they both can't do what each other do. Because I know damn well. If Logan Paul was going to damn gridiron, they fucking catch him with a fucking the high low?
Week one tournament.
Split that motherfucker in half.
You get taken out in training camp.
Like he's sitting there, and then Obafemi was like, okay, run the ropes. Or no. He said that you think what we do is cute, huh? Run the ropes for a few minutes and see if you don't puke. I was like, yeah.
Most motherfuckers can't even do a bump. Like,
yeah,
they don't even get past that.
The bump alone is crazy.
Yeah, well,
it be training camps where they'd be like, "Oh, you got to do that shit like every day for you to get used to it."
Well, that's a UFC fighter even said that. They're like, he's like, yeah, they're like, would you ever consider professional wrestling? He said, hell no, that shit's hard. He's like, I trained for a fight. I might have to fight like a few months from now. They got to do that shit every day. Nope.
Right.
Like, I'm staying right here.
They'll sit there and feel like, oh, it's all fake. It's not real. And like, okay. So they come on and do a week. A week, they be like, oh, please, this nothing. That second week, when everything just starts setting in, your muscles start aching, you feeling dizzy and all that shit. You can't stop throwing up. Like, whoa, I got a big
and also,
brother.
And one more thing they got to remember is that, nowadays, we all say it's fake. Back then, they used to assume it was fake. And if you wanted to be a wrestler, they had to protect the business, which meant you half the time couldn't make it even through the tryout because they would beat the hell out of you and see if you came back. That was what tryouts were, was beating your ass over and over again.
You're right.
And they because they didn't want to tell nobody. It was like, just because people assume it's fake, don't tell them that it is. So like if you wanted to be a wrestler, Ric Flair went through absolute hell. All of them went through hell back then. And then after you go through all that and this Ric Flair said it best. He's like, I didn't even know how this shit worked until my first actual match. He's like, he had his robes on and everything, and the guy came and broke it down for him. Like
on Crime and Sports, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about, yeah.
Which, like I said, say what you want about Ric Flair, I got to give him his props because dude went in after getting the shit beat out of him over again. Think it's gonna happen, and the guy's like, no, we actually worked together. We just wanted to see if he was down with it.
Wow.
I would have walked.
That usually be a test. Well, that
Yeah.
usually be a test too. Like they'll rough you up, they'll fuck you up a little bit, and if you show up the next week, then that's when the real training starts.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan, once again, don't like the guy, but this is a true story. When he went in to train for wrestling, he got his leg broken. Dude deliberately broke his leg because he came in talking that shit. He's like, oh, okay, what we do is fake, huh? But he said, but to his respect, he came back after his leg got broken. Because I sure would have been like, fuck that. I'd have got a pipe and started working motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But that's the part though. Like there are some great athletes,
yeah,
in the sports world. But I know for a fact they wouldn't make it out in wrestling.
Lawrence Taylor, that Bam Bam match fucked him up.
The Bam Bam match was good though. It was very good.
No, I mean, but like after it was good, they said when he got to the back,
when it comes to him
out of the gorilla
WWF, he never recovered from that shit.
Really? Huh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always thought that was one of the best celebrity matches that I've seen.
I liked Refrigerator in the Royal Rumble. That was cool.
Yeah. Like the only people I think topped Bam Bam match, in my opinion, was Bad Bunny's match. And you could say,
well, him and Damian Priest.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that was good.
And you can say in some aspects, Logan Paul's run. But I think as a one and done, Lawrence Taylor was probably one of the best.
Because Bam Bam Bigelow brought him to a good match. You know what I'm saying? But Bam Bam never recovered in the WWF after that loss.
No. Okay, yeah.
And I just think that's some bullshit on Vince because Vince asked him for that favor. Vince and his infamous favors.
Are you good, Sammy?
Uh-oh.
Okay. I thought that was me for a second. I was like, fuck. Yeah, TK, are you good?
Yeah, I hear y'all.
Okay. But there's like some aspects like when Mayweather broke, I think it was Big Show's jaw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Big Show. And Big Show told him in the ring, you got 5 seconds to run.
Yeah.
Because big as he is, Big Show can move. People need to remember that. I don't need that 7'4" behemoth coming after me.
Yeah.
Like he broke Big Show's jaw. Like I think like Mike Tyson tried to pull up on Shawn Michaels, but it was too late. It tagged him for real.
I wish Big Show started knocking motherfuckers out early on in his career. Like we talk about the Hall of Pain Mark Henry should have pulled up soon. Big Show knocking motherfuckers out with one punch. That should have been his thing for years. Like it would have.
You know what I think will fuck Mark Henry up with the whole Hall of Pain run is his leg. When he messed his leg up, it was like, damn, son.
He did have that knee surgery, didn't he?
Yeah,
he did.
Remember, that's when they worked that storyline with him and the Big Show. When the Big Show cracked his leg and all that shit.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
The ass whoopings he gave Great Khali alone was worth the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Man,
And you know,
Khalid,
y'all
Khalid
know,
deserved to get it.
right? Of course. Hey, y'all know how the whole Hall of Pain era started, right? Y'all know, right?
Refresh
I
me.
can,
It started as it started as a fucking joke, and honestly, I don't even blame Mark Henry for being pissed off because I was kind of fucked up on their part. Like they always messing with Mark Henry in some type of way.
yeah.
And then John Cena happened, and that was the end of the Hall of Fame run. I was like, motherfucker.
Nah, it was before then. Like
It
I
was
think the Hall of Pain era was officially done when Daniel Bryan cashed in on them.
Oh, yeah,
Ah,
I forgot about that one.
yeah, that was before. And yeah, the John Cena fake retirement one came after because I remember Cena beat The Rock to win
Yeah.
the belt back at that time.
And it's like y'all could have had Mark Henry with a nice month or two title reign. Like Cena was already a made man.
And
Him
plus
yeah.
losing
Cena
to
was
Mark Henry at the time, like, come on, B. I don't care. That was just pure racism. I don't care.
That
and
was just
plus
a
Cena was already and plus Cena was about to be on the shelf for a few months after that anyway. That's a lot of people forget Cena when Cena dropped the belt to Daniel Bryan, he went on the shelf injured.
yeah.
No, the greatest John Cena injury that I ever seen in my life was when Randy Orton hit the RKO on the chair. I think Cena tore his pec that night, right? Was it Cena? Was it Orton?
Yeah, it
That's
was Cena. I remember Cena definitely got injured by an RKO on something, but yeah.
But I think it was a chair, right? Because he landed. I think it was throat on the on like the back part of the chair, like the
Maybe.
yeah,
You
like,
talking about the guillotine on top of the chair?
yeah. There you go.
Trick
And
Williams is in the elimination chamber.
who? What? Huh?
Trick Willie.
Oh, Trick Williams. Okay.
yeah.
Well,
Good.
well, if the Brock Lesnar story is true, the Brock Lesnar has two black targets immediately on his mind right there.
Man, you know he's gonna go after Javon Evans.
He can't. They can't do it. They can't. They just can't. And you know why they can't? It's because
They
who's in the fucking it's because who's in the fucking White House? And everything that Sandman said, I would immediately say that is true if they dare do that.
and they are if they do this, they ain't never beating them allegations.
If
They
they
shouldn't be
dare,
beating allegations. Like, really? How much more do y'all want to see?
Right.
no.
They
Like that
never
was
beat.
cemented.
They never
That
beat
was,
the allegations. It should have been cemented.
no.
Forgot wrestling's a white man's sport. They can't be.
Like, how much more do y'all want to see?
It's the only sport where it's the only sport where they dominate.
No, because like you have to understand like my way of thinking. You know what I mean? Like I don't base everything off of just like hearsay and rumors. You know what I mean?
Do you have two eyes?
Of course I do.
All right then. Like, what do you mean?
No. Let me explain.
Got yourself a set of ears.
I always look at a place where there's no doubt.
Like, they got Obafemi on main event. Like, yo, what is he doing on main event? Why? Like, y'all think y'all slick? Did he show up tonight, Obafemi, on SmackDown?
He beat Kit Wilson.
That should be one and done. That's nothing I was gonna say. You got this dude beefing with Kit Wilson. Come on, man. What are we? And then they teasing the rivalry between him and Rusev. Rusev can't even beat Dominic Mysterio. What makes you think he's gonna be able to beat Obafemi?
Yeah, it still goes back to where's Bobby Lashley, and I'm like, for him at least, it makes sense for him to not be around because there ain't really nobody for him to kill. That's all I can think of when I see Bobby Lashley. Okay, dude's 50 and still looks way better than I ever will.
Well, right now he's hurt. Bobby Lashley. That's why he hasn't came back to AEW. But he's hurt. I think both of them is hurt. Him and Shelton Benjamin.
I don't know if Shelton's hurt or not, but honestly, them being off TV is not necessarily a bad thing because I'd rather that.
Keeps their aura still alive. They still got
And
the
plus,
aura.
I don't want to see Shelton Benjamin going back to just fighting randoms again.
Yeah.
When they come back, they should be going for singles gold individually.
I want him to. I love Sheldon's Suzuki-gun era. He didn't do much there, but everybody he fought, he's like, I'm tired of whooping your ass in the ring. That's all you would hear him saying as he's beating people up.
And I'm just saying, as long as TK follows my idea, I'm cool with it. Do not have Bobby Lashley win the AEW World Title still undefeated.
Mm-hmm. And then get him a nice big throne to sit on. Because what else we gonna do with him? I want him to have a Mil Muertes treatment where he's there just sitting on the throne.
Oh, that would be fire.
Because it'll be believable. You know what I'm saying? It won't be something that's forced.
Yeah, come on. Bobby Lashley, a dominator, undefeated as a world champion. That would anybody would believe that.
And occasionally, I want him to say, "You weak, pathetic fool" in the ring. Sorry, I was playing Mortal Kombat earlier.
Oh man, that movie. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. Now that you said that, I want to hear that too now. Oh man.
You weak fool.
I'll start calling him Walking Armageddon immediately after that.
Man. It just works, don't it?
Man, the walking Armageddon, man. Who came up with that name?
MVP.
Really?
I think he came up with. Did he? No, because he was. Nah, I'm tripping. Yeah, I think he did. It was either him or Lambert.
Well, either way, it was a good name.
But he definitely had acquired that name in TNA or Impact.
Like it wasn't Lambert. I think it was MVP.
Okay.
But either way, that was a good name. I hope they go back to it somewhere down the line.
Tati said he would never challenge for the world title as long as he lives. I would have never said that. And plus, Hangman is trios champ. He's not going anywhere. I guess, yeah. That's why I was asking how much years he got left on his contract. I don't know,
but you can't make.
We've seen stranger
things. Mistake twice.
Yeah, but this is it's still for him to say that is really stupid. Especially, you saw how bad it was for Cody when he did that shit.
Yeah, it was all downhill from there.
And if Hangman loses to MJF, what does that mean? Like, what are you gonna do with Hangman? Is he just gonna be a trios champ forever? You're gonna have him fight for the TNT belt? You're gonna have him go back to fighting Mox for his belt? Like, what?
Well, maybe he could be in a position to make the TNT belt look prestige. Well, I got a TNT belt is actually in good health. I'll say that. But maybe other belts like the international championship or whatever, bring some prestige to those belts.
Even still, man, this stipulation is really stupid. Like,
no, it is. It definitely is. Like, why book yourself into a corner like that?
Well, now, oh man, I just hope. I don't know what to say, man. I really don't like this.
And you already know MJF, he's salivating by that shit. Like, yeah, I'm about to pack this dude up in the heavyweight division. He about to be a cruiserweight now.
Is he? If it's going to be a Texas death match, then
that's going to be at the pay-per-view, right? Wasn't going to be the pay-per-view again? I forgot.
Revolution.
Yeah, Revolution. Yeah.
It's looking to be a Texas death match, but still, man, I don't know how this is going to work if Hangman loses. Like,
maybe by this dude getting disqualified or something. Maybe he could basically get protected by that.
But if it's gonna be a Texas death match, then that goes
yeah,
out the window.
you did say that. Yeah, you did say that.
A Texas death match only ends by submission or a knockout. So like,
yeah, you definitely.
So
said
somebody's
that.
guaranteed. Yeah, so somebody's guaranteed. Yeah, so somebody's like guaranteed to lose. So,
hey, B, double bum out. There you go. Both of them, they knock each other out.
Damn!
The fuck?
I just saw a streamer get the taste slapped out of his mouth. I love to see it.
Got Toph in the building.
Yo. What up, dude?
You ain't know, bitch. Mark Henry, amongst other things.
That's what I do.
That's what I do. Man. With the Hall of Pain, B.
Yeah, Hall of Pain. Yeah, man, Hall of Pain is goated.
Didn't he come out with a shirt with the names of his victims on the back of the shirt, some type shit like that?
Yeah,
Like when he walked out, and
Yeah,
all you just saw was his back. That's when you knew it was Paul Gable.
Yeah, I love how they did his entrance. This
Did you
dude,
go over
he invented the big bags.
Did you guys go over the origin story of how he became Hall of Fame?
Yeah,
about
I
how it
spoke
started out as a joke. Yeah,
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
go ahead. You could embellish. Go ahead.
Well, it was a rib on Mark Henry. He had a match. It was after a SmackDown. It was like a dark match main event or something. And they just played a rib on him where they told him he had a dark match main event. And he went out there and they just kept playing his music on loop. And as they were playing his music, the crew was basically getting ready to leave. So it was just a harmless rib. So he had no match. So Henry was in the ring and he was like, what the hell? Fuck. So he got out the ring and went through the gorilla and was like, what's going on? And then someone told him it was a prank. And then he just snapped. He just basically started like legitimate, like destroying stuff. While cutting a promo.
Like, yo, stop playing with me. I'm not playing with y'all, but y'all shitting in my sandwich and those types of goofy shit. Like, stop playing with me.
listen, man, I don't blame Mark Henry for being pissed. Like,
I don't either. They play too much.
Right. So he was doing all that, and then while he was doing that, Vince was like, hey, pal, why haven't you done that this whole time? You would be a world champion. And then Mark was like, do what? He was like, what you doing now? And Mark was like, destroying shit? Vince was like, yeah. So then Vince was like, just do that every week. And let's see where it goes.
Vince is a nut.
Vince is a fucking idiot. Like,
he's like, who's gonna want to do that just randomly? Like, oh, I know who's gonna make me a world champion. I'm just gonna start wrecking this $1,000 equipment.
No, wait. When he was threatening wrestlers, he got in trouble. So of course he didn't know what to do.
Exactly. Like when he was about to destroy shit in the beginning, you had a problem with it. You sent him to fucking Canada, and now you're telling me, and now you're saying it's okay for him to just break shit. Like, fuck you.
Setup.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, man! Like,
yo, speaking of Vince, they released the footage of this dude speeding, right? When he had crashed into the barricade.
I know that.
Yeah, hold up. I'm gonna cue it up real quick. Y'all keep on talking.
Oh, the Bentley incident?
Right.
oh wow, I forgot all about that. Honestly,
On the highway,
Yeah.
super
That was
duper
the
highly
accident that
expensive
happened.
across Toronto over here.
That was the accident that happened the same day Hogan died, right?
Right.
yeah.
Can you imagine
Yo,
that?
this dude is a maniac, yo. Look at this shit.
Can you imagine Vince and Hogan dying on the same day?
That would be
That's Vince right Yeah.
He had a Fast and the Furious moment.
They did say
Well, he's always been that way.
yeah, he's always been,
All he's missing is a tank of Knox. That's it.
yeah.
I forgot the guy's name. He was like a former head writer for SmackDown. He wrote for Lucha Underground. I can't think of his name. Y'all know who he is, but he
Wait,
used to work with
the,
Well,
look at his foot though. Like, damn, your shoes is too damn big. How the hell your foot is bent like that?
Yeah, well, the former writer for SmackDown had told him that Vince challenged him to a drag race. He said that Vince was really competitive and he would basically he didn't want to lose in anything. So he told him that Vince challenged him to a drag race, and he thought Vince was joking, but he was real. He was serious.
Chris Joseph.
Yeah, that's his name. Yeah.
Look at this dude. He had a Need for Speed moment.
Yeah. Now Vince has always been. Vince is a wild bastard. But hell, Shane.
And what is he, like? What, 77, some shit like that?
He's 80.
Wow.
Here's the other thing too, man. Janelle Grant, she spoke today. She made a public appearance. It's all over social media. Did you talk about that?
No, not yet, but you go ahead.
Right. I haven't actually listened to it yet, but she made an appearance today, and she was speaking in court. And I was checking the comments on Twitter, which was my first mistake because Twitter can be toxic. And a lot of people were just like, this chick is basic. Like, Vince gave up his whole career. He gave up his own empire for that. Like, what? Like, I just saw people just leaving a lot of, like, rude comments and stuff.
Yeah, I was saying that from before. I was like, you spending millions of dollars on some mid-ass bitches, son.
Remember, I just got two things to say on that. The first thing is, to people saying that, please remember that she didn't look like that 5, 6, 7 years ago. I would imagine the stress of everything probably made her age like 20, 30 years. And the second and last thing I got to say is people need to remember, it's really fun. I've noticed this pattern for a long time. When you get that rich and when you get that powerful, I'm telling you, man, these powerful dudes, they're fucking bored, man. It's not about the looks. They get off on the power. Don't forget, I'll never forget this, man. When I was at my old job when that Tiger Woods story first broke, you know, where he was like a sex addict, where he had sex with like 50 different women. And I remember I was watching ESPN, which I rarely ever do, and they had like a picture of all of the chicks he was hooking up with, and almost every single one of them was like just a basic white chick that you would see like at a Denny's or an IHOP or a Waffle House or a fucking Family Dollar. And I was like, this guy's like the most powerful, not the most powerful, but he was one of the most wealthy, one of the most influential golfers in the world. And it's like, that's what he hooks up with. It's like, you know, it wasn't about.
It comes off as like a superiority complex. Like, that's how they like fuck with them normal ass types. When it comes to their standards,
that's why these old billionaires be fucking with chicks that are the same age as their daughters. I'm like, why?
Right.
It's a superiority complex.
Right. Well, it also goes to understand. It also goes to who's gonna tell. Like I said, it also goes to who are you going to tell? Who's going to believe? They really had that mentality. But also, people forget about the accusation he had before with the first female referee in WWF.
Right.
And what was her name again? Like, damn, what the fuck was her name? You talking about Shorty that had got violated in the limo, right?
Yeah, and everybody kept saying, "Ew, he wouldn't mess with her. Vince could get better women than that." That's the exact same shit they said back then, and they say to this day.
Right.
Also, they give Vince way too much credit, bro. Like, I heard the stories about the women that he made out with on TV. They didn't even like it. So,
right. People see that. They remember. Fans remember like the segments of him making out with like Trish Stratus and Sable and Candice Michelle. So people see that and they think like, okay, these are the kind of chicks he can pull on a regular. It's like he's their fucking boss. He literally booked himself to do that. Like, these chicks were afraid for their fucking job. they were afraid to tell him no. Like that's not the type of chick he can pull in his personal life. Like he fucking married Linda. No offense, Linda. But
Yeah,
that's the type of chick that he married, you know. So he
He
doesn't
ain't
got
got
that
no
type of
riz,
pull.
yo. He ain't got no riz.
At all. Like he just got money. Like, bro, I could pay one of you chicks to make out with me a little bit here and there.
He looked like his breath stank.
Rita Chatterton. Rita Chatterton was
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
her
first
name.
one.
Yeah, that's her name. Yeah.
Rita. And don't forget,
Yeah.
there was also another story of a it gets lost and it gets lost in the ruthless aggression era. There was
Thanks,
a story
Valet.
of him where he went to a massage parlor and tried to pull the same thing on the massage therapist. We don't know her name to this day though, but that's been on his record for about 20 plus years now.
Yep, I've heard that story. I've heard that one. So yeah, it does. So and also, yeah, she from what I was reading, what she said there's still employees at WWE that are freaking terrified. They're still
Yeah.
terrified to say anything. Which
Yeah, because they got a certain lifestyle or whatever. They don't want to fuck it up, and because you dudes are so damn sensitive, you can barely say or do anything in there. They'll fire you at the drop of a hat. They could just fire you.
yeah, I'll never forget what he said at that Stone Cold when he interviewed by Stone Cold when he said, "Don't piss anyone off." I remember he said that, and I'm like, what do you mean by saying that? You own the damn place.
Yeah, I just feel like a lot of fans they like kind of show their true colors, and again, I'm not trying to be insulting, but it's like when they say stuff like, "Oh, Vince gave up his shit for that," whatever, blah blah blah. That just tells me it's like, okay, so you never really fucked with anybody in real life, because if you did, you'd understand. Like, remember, like when the stories came out a couple of years back, like she knew nobody, nobody knew, like no one, she didn't know anybody, she wasn't connected. That made her an easy target. So when you're like a powerful person like that, they're not looking for what you look like. They're looking for, okay, who's someone I can basically do whatever I want, and they're
Control.
not going to say shit.
And didn't her parents die or something like that? Her parents
Yes,
died
yes.
in a bad way.
She was a she was a caretaker, and how they connected was, I don't know the exact positions, but she took care of her mom and dad, and then her mom and dad passed away. And wherever she lived at, it was like at an apartment complex. And there's a lot of other stuff that just got buried because the story was just so sensational. But
Yeah.
Vince lived at that same apartment complex. And it's like that. I feel like that's one of the things too that people kind of slept on. It's like, wait, what? Like he doesn't live at a house. He doesn't live like at a mansion. He was living at an apartment complex. Why the fuck was Vince living in an apartment complex? Like that's weird.
That's a honeycomb hideout right there. That's
right.
That's where you take the hose at.
I just think it's funny because you never heard nothing about his brother except for the fact that he passed away. And you're like, wait, brother?
Rod?
Yeah.
That's a wild name though.
Roderick.
Yo, what's your name, my dude? Rod. Pause.
But he stayed away from all that. He wasn't in the business. He's like, nah.
Yo, Black Saw, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, cool.
Oh man.
Well, yeah, B. Willow, yo. Willow holding shit down over there.
She better.
Of course, you seen it. Of course, man. Her tits are huge, you know.
Yeah, they was. They wasn't low. You see that move when she was in between the ropes and shit. They was catching her with the gut kick and the slap. They knew what the fuck they was doing. Like, yo, y'all ain't low.
Hold on, before like I talk about this topic, Sophie said it wrong. He's like, her tatas.
Of course.
If it ain't Willow, it's Megan Bayne. I mean, they love smacking Megan Bayne's ass for some reason.
I think Megan Bayne should have won though. I think it's long overdue for Megan Bayne to have some gold.
She probably will soon enough.
I think they're waiting for Revolution. I think that's where they're going to do the title change, probably.
Probably but they've been protecting Megan Bayne very well. To this day, she only has that one loss to Toni Storm, and that's it.
Really?
Like you do realize?
Yeah, really. Yeah. She hasn't been pinned once since then.
Like I still think she should have beat Toni Storm, but that's neither here nor there.
like, you do realize that if, like, let's just say, right? Let's just say that Willow wins or something like that, or if like Statlander lost title right to Tekla.
Yeah. Tekla won.
All right, like I say, like Willow or Statlander wins, like you do know what's gonna happen, right? Because like normally they don't, like normally on like an AEW show, if a big face wins, it's setting up for some major fucking heartbreak at the end.
Yeah. I also like the fact that they keep Willow a little bit balanced. Like on one pay-per-view, she defends the tag titles. The next one, she defends the TBS title.
What's going on, women's coach? Ballet said she sued Vince for $11.75 million. He settled in the same month for several million. Vince said he was innocent. Man, look, even if he wasn't innocent, he got enough paper to prove that he's innocent.
Pretty much.
I'm sorry, man, but they always settling for less than what they're suing for. I'm like, Jesus, that's all it took?
Nope, sorry to hear that. Hope everything gets better.
Sometimes litigation, sometimes them suits take forever. And the longer it's dragged out, do you have enough money to keep going?
Right. And then you if you don't have enough bread, you end up in debt. Got to pay off the lawyers. Got to pay off court costs.
Yeah,
even if you lose.
Yeah.
But it's like that's the thing about filing lawsuits that people forget.
Yeah, a lot of motherfuckers would be like, "Oh, when you get wronged, oh, you could just sue. You could just sue." Like, nigga, you can't just. It's not that easy at all.
It really isn't.
Because motherfuckers love throwing that shit around. Like, oh, yo, you could sue for this. You could. No, you can't. Some motherfuckers would be like, okay, even if you got the proof, nigga, you still gotta prove it. Because
Exactly.
I got bread, nigga. I got bread. Nigga. What? You want some money? That's what you want? Take the bag real quick and get the fuck out of my face. Most motherfuckers just say, okay, cool. And they'll take the bread and go about their business.
Yeah. Like Eminem said, I'll smile in the courtroom and buy you a wardrobe.
Like, isn't this like the weirdest timeline ever? You know what I mean? Like Vince is getting his shit, right? Like then you have the former Prince Andrew, whatever the fuck, getting arrested.
Fuck that guy.
Then you have our president not getting shit for what he's doing.
Except for the tariff thing, the Supreme Court was like, "Yeah, this is illegal."
But yet,
yeah, that's because they finally did their fucking research.
Yeah,
which they should have already done. Fucking dumbasses.
But yet,
totally illegal.
It's because our country is so monumentally stupid and decided to listen to bigger morons than themselves.
It's not stupidity though. It's
why we're in the place that we're in right now.
I think motherfuckers is more buns than stupid. That's what I think.
They're definitely stupid. Like
I learned this.
Even when you give them evidence and real like facts to back up what you're saying, they still blatantly ignore it because the excuse that they give is, oh, he's charismatic and he makes me laugh. Fuck you.
Here's the point. Here's the point, and I want everybody listening to this show to listen very, very carefully.
Uh-oh.
If you listen to Joe Rogan for your political opinions, and whether you're thinking a certain direction, then you should not be voting.
You should smack yourself.
If you're listening to Hassan Piker for your political opinions, you shouldn't be voting at all.
Well, here's the problem. We forgot. Wait. I wanted to throw this in. The thing about voting that I could swear it was a thing when I was growing up. When you were asked who you were voting for, the answer used to be none of your goddamn business because that was between you and. That's what I remember. Whenever who they're voting for, that's when I knew shit was wrong. Because coming up, remember, you used to come out with a button that said "I voted." It didn't say for whom.
You're right.
That's, maybe it's just old thinking, but motherfuckers would get into real fights, be like, "Who you voting for, nigga? I know you ain't just asked me. That's my business. Stay the shit out of my." Anyway, you want to fuck my like Dave Chappelle said. So, anyways, I was, but that's how it used to be.
All I gotta say is the real problem is, and it wasn't like this like before our time, like in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. The real problem with it is that somewhere along the way with this current generation of voters, they choose party over issues. So whether someone is a Democrat or whether someone's a Republican, you got to call them out when they're on their dumb shit. And that's something that people used to do back in the day. But now it's like someone does dumb shit, and it's like, okay, if that person's on the opposite party, we call it out. If that person is on the same party, we're just gonna not say anything. People
if you're listening to Andrew Tate for your political opinions, you deserve to be slapped.
Right.
It
doesn't matter if you're left or if you're right. You shouldn't fucking support a pedophile or a groomer. Call that shit out, regardless if they're a Democrat, Republican, Independent, whatever. You know, that's where people.
And that's the weird shit, my dude. That's the weird shit. It's like, yo, they really going hard, caping for this shit. And it's like, yo, like, what are we doing here? Like, did we go to the Bermuda Triangle and went to another dimension without us knowing?
Oh wait, I got.
You can tell too because the Joe Rogan guy, like the minute you knew that Joe Rogan was compromised, I know his shit went viral. Was when they was talking about the Epstein thing on his show a couple of months ago, because he lost like somewhere around like 4 or 5 million subscribers when he made the comment. He had a guest and they was talking about the Epstein Island, and then he said something like, "Oh well, they weren't that young." And then the host was even the person that he was interviewing was like, "What are you talking about, bro? Like he had like 14-year-olds in the island," and he was like, "Oh well, you know, at least they're not 12." Like what? Like, that's supposed to be any better?
Age ain't nothing but a number.
Wait, you know
exactly.
Cops over here! Over here!
The fuck type time this guy is on?
Did you guys see that post? The post where the guy said, he's like, Michael Vick caught way more hell than.
You know what? That's actually crazy. He caught more hell for pet abuse than child abuse. That's wild to me.
If you're listening to Triple H, who took more steroids than he has bones in his fucking body for your physical fitness, you have a problem.
Didn't he say? Yeah. Didn't Triple H say? They asked him, what should he do around the holidays to lose weight? And he said, hang out with your family. Didn't he say some stupid shit like that?
Yeah.
He was like, yo, how you lose weight? Hang out with your family. And then what? That was it? Like, what are you, a robot? Like, what type of random shit is that? Whatever, man. Gerard, what's going on? The Professor Gerard, what's going on, my guy?
If you are in the voting booth and you thought that motherfucking worms for brains, so that I'm going to kick out all the illegal alien criminals, motherfucker, you do realize that there are a lot more immigrants in this country than you think. So some of the lawful ones,
his wife is a fucking immigrant.
They're gonna go too. You know what I mean?
Most of their wives are immigrants,
right?
Like, does the shit that you don't want to. That does the shit that you don't do. Like,
and again,
his last name's not even Trump; it's Grump.
And again, you guys are idiots. So I have to tell you that you do realize that all the people raping children are about as white as you. So why the fuck are you listening to the people who rape children? They say like,
the guys,
but they spiraled, believe it or not. and
Yeah,
we're not gonna talk about it for too much more longer. But they spiraling right now. That's why this dude's just saying and doing everything so fast. We all see it. We all see what's going on, and this dude trying to do the most, and it's not gonna work. It's really not. He's doing way too much. People is on to his shit. A lot of motherfuckers are saying like, man, look, what can we do to pack this dude up before November type time? And Lord willing, he'll be up out here sooner than later. You
A lot
got
of people need to be slapped.
yeah, they do.
That's my finishing comment right there.
Man, MAGA is gonna go down in history as the day the world got ignorant for sure. Like, motherfuckers is gonna look back at this time like 10, 15 years from now and realize how stupid this country really was.
Yeah, this shit is embarrassing, yo. It's really embarrassing.
Hey,
But
you want to
anyway,
know
let's not
let's
not even dwell on that shit because we only got like a half hour left.
all I was gonna say was that slogan at there, "Make America Great Again," isn't even theirs. That was Reagan's.
It was.
Yeah,
It was. Motherfuckers don't do research. I told you, motherfuckers don't do research at all.
That was Reagan. That's what made it worse.
Yeah, man.
Let's switch gears real quick.
Yeah.
So I heard through the grapevine, fucking Roman Reigns deal is up. It's gonna be up like what in the summertime?
Oh, this should be fun.
May 27th.
In May, yeah. So basically,
Or the
the month.
summertime, the spring.
Yeah, that's after Mania. So like, that's at least a couple weeks after WrestleMania. So I'm like, is he really gonna beat CM Punk? I don't see it if he doesn't get a new deal.
Yeah, I was saying he shouldn't. I was saying give Punk that shit because that company does owe him a lot. I was gonna say that the company owes CM Punk this shit. Roman Reigns.
He's got movies lined up. He's doing stuff with Sylvester Stallone for another one of those movies he does.
Well, I heard they really doing Demolition Day not Demolition Day. Demolition Man Part 2.
What?
Wait, what?
That's what I heard.
I don't know about that, but whatever movie he does, the one Sylvester Stallone does, where he gets like all the OGs together. I never watched any of them.
Expendables.
Expendables.
Yeah. He's already working on another Expendables movie, and he's also getting into voice acting for video games. So he's already got a bunch of projects.
Well, Roman Reigns, I knew Roman Reigns was transitioning into Hollywood. So like, you might as well get an early start at this point.
He said the Dependables.
At this point, if I'm Roman, I'm getting an early start to Hollywood now.
That's what it looks like, because like from what I was hearing was that like he only has 2 more years, or he said that he only has 2 more years left in him.
I could see.
Yeah, he has nothing else to prove. This dude held down the whole company for 5 years, B. You have nothing else to prove.
And he officially surpassed Hulk Hogan as far as most WrestleMania main events.
So if he wants to retire early and like give himself a head start on the Hollywood thing, more power to him.
I mean, I don't see ain't really nothing else for Roman to do at this point in his career. So,
but again, the problem is that every single person from the generation before is retiring as we speak.
And they ain't got nobody to replace them.
There's nobody on deck.
Right. They ain't got nobody to replace
people on deck. They have people on deck. They're just not booking them right. That's on them.
They don't know what to do.
Exactly. They ain't got no larger than life stars to fill that gap. They just lost Cena. They just lost AJ. They're about to lose Roman Reigns, apparently. Randy Orton is the last guy of the Ruthless Aggression era. You know he's going to be on his way out soon.
Yeah. CM Punk, he getting older.
Cody has 3 more years left. Punk has a year left.
Like, and Punk is like the youngest out the bunch, if you think of it. Like, Cody's going to be last of a dying breed.
I look at this as Punk's retirement year too, so he'll be on his way out soon.
Right.
Also,
Like
and
I
also,
say Punk got 2 years tops.
and also Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins says he's got like what 3 to 5 more years left. But with the
Yeah.
way his injuries have been piling up, he might
It's
be
more
out
the
sooner than
3
that.
side than the 5 side, yeah.
Yeah, with the way his injuries have been piling up, he might be out sooner than that. So like, so
They got
these are
plenty of
all.
people.
I'll give this to Seth Rollins, and I'll say this now, and I'm gonna stand on that. I say Seth Rollins is one of the best workhorses of all time.
I agree.
Fair.
Yeah,
Just-
he is.
I agree. I just think he was dealt a bad hand, kind of.
Yeah.
As far as
Like not being like not
the main
truly
draw.
being the main guy.
Yeah, the
Oh,
main draw.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did catch Seth on Shay Shay.
yeah. He's still
I
crying
watched
over
that.
Punk. Please call me back, Punk. Don't do me like
Yeah,
this,
I will
Punk.
say this though.
I slept on
He
your couch,
explained
Punk.
more. He
Please.
explained more about it on Shay Shay. And when I looked at it from his perspective, I was like, yeah, I get it. So to go over it briefly, basically him and Punk were cool.
No, they
before
wasn't.
Punk
Rollins was a
walked out.
fan.
No, they were. They were cool. They were cool. They hung out and shit. They hung out. And when he means they, he means the Shield. Seth, Roman, and Ambrose, as he was known back
No.
then.
He's not gonna, I heard what he said. He didn't say nothing like that.
I heard what he said, bro. They hung out on his bus and shit. They used to take his bus to get from show to show, and he used to sleep in his apartment and shit like that. So, like,
Yeah,
when I
he let him
mean
sleep
him, I
on the
mean
couch.
they.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So when I mean them, I mean the Shield.
Like,
So they was all cool. So
Pac and
basically,
Biggie.
where the fallout came from was after Punk quit. Punk basically just ghosted everybody, not just
He
the
didn't ghost
Shield, but
Kofi.
like everybody from WWE. And then Punk basically wanted them to quit with him, and they was like, "What you mean? Why would we quit with you? Like just because you got some issues, that doesn't have anything to do with us." So, and I know for a fact he's a very positive person.
But he didn't say that though. That's what
He
this
did
dude.
say it.
No, that's what Shannon Sharp had said. He filled
Well,
in the
that's what he
blanks.
meant.
Exactly. So he didn't say that. So that's what Shannon Sharp had said.
And
Well, there's
also,
other people who've confirmed it. There's other people who've confirmed it. Like he's a really nice guy. You'll never hear him say a negative story. But I know one person for a fact who was pissed off was Kofi, because Kofi and Punk used to travel together. They was
yeah,
like
they used to be good
thick as
friends.
thieves.
Or
And
they
then
are
after
good
Punk
friends.
quit, he didn't talk to Kofi for like a whole decade. So I know Kofi was pissed off about that. So that's the type of shit Seth was talking about. So the specific part that Seth said that really stuck out to me, because the thing about wrestling, right? We've talked about this before. Wrestling is like the only industry where you can really just tell the truth and people think you're working. The specific word that Seth said, and I'm like, nah, he's not working. He's telling the truth. He called Punk a fake friend. And I was like, you don't say that to somebody.
Wow.
That you don't say that. You don't call somebody a fake friend for a
And not
wrestling
mean it.
promo. Like that's real life shit. Like everybody knows exactly. We've all had a friend like that, someone that we thought was cool, and it's like,
Of
damn,
course.
like what happened? So that's the shit right there. And I think the other reason too that Seth has a beef with Punk, and I was talking about this with John. I think that the three members of the Shield, Seth, Roman, and Mox, they got love for each other. Pause. So they look out for each other. Seth was offended that at that time, like right before Punk quit, Punk spoke highly of Seth and Mox, but didn't think highly of Roman. Even when Roman improved, Punk still didn't think much of him.
Like,
And
even
then
on the
Seth
way out.
replied that Punk still
He gave-
doesn't think much of Roman. So I
That he
think
gave
the
Roman
Shield
shit,
as a group
like, on the way out.
collectively, I think they have like the you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us, which I respect. Look out for your boys and shit.
Well, hold
like
on.
that.
Before I forget, let me cut you off. Before I forget, quick fun fact. Since you brought up the Shield, guess who else is going to be down the Shield? Take a wild guess.
Chris Hero. Cassius
Big
Ohno.
Show?
Yeah, I know about him. No, but not him.
Oh, okay.
Big E.
Oh, that was a
Big
Big
E.
E.
Big E was
With
going
the-
to be down with the Shield.
But you know what?
That-
What I was going to say
that
while you
would
were
not-
talking thing
That
and
would
fake,
not have worked at all.
what I was trying to say was, speaking of Big E, when ever the WWE would go to Chicago, he was still kicking it with AJ. Like they were posting pictures on the gram of Big E at the house with Punk's dog.
Right,
Hobbs and Stephanie.
There's a nice guy somewhat. Punk is a very complicated person. There's a nice guy in there somewhere because when Big E got his first big push, he got his big push because the story goes AJ Lee told the story that one day Vince just walked up to Punk walked up to Vince. He was working a tag match. I forgot who Punk was working. I think it may have been Ryback and Curtis Axel. Yes, I think it was those two. Like when, Ryback. Yeah, I think he was working Ryback, and Vince told him, "You're working Ryback today, but you need a tag team partner." And this was like after Heyman turned on him, and so Vince was like, "You can pick whoever you want. I don't care." And then Punk just got quiet for a second. He was like, "Give me E," and Vince was like, "Who's E?" And then Punk was like, "Big E," and he was like, "Oh, okay." So then AJ walked up to Big E and was like, "Hey, Phil wants to talk to you." And then Punk told him, like, "We're working together." And Big E was like, he had no relationship with Punk, like, at all. And he doesn't know why Punk chose him. But that was big for E because that's how he got TV time. Because the shit with Ziggler and AJ, that was over. He was like working main event, so it wasn't looking good for him. So they're cool, but Punk still ghosted him when he quit. So it's like, I get it, bro. Like, yeah, you can have an issue with the company, but like, don't fucking ghost the people that like actually give a fuck about you. So, but anyway,
Seafood said CM Punk needs to smoke some weed so he can relax and stop tripping over bullshit.
Oh, but I get too, where like if you put a spot and everything, and those people are in there, and that's the entertainment industry, then it's like, oh, I talked to Punk today, and then probably didn't want to see his name on Twitter and shit all the time.
But Stephanie and a Powerhouse Hobbs had a good interview too.
No, that was real good.
Yeah.
I didn't know about his brother.
Like a very emotional interview, saying that he wasn't always the greatest son and stuff like that.
And it's stuff about his brother because his brother was supposed to be like manager and shit.
That's wild.
Like they were gonna have like the whole manager wrestler, but they were brothers deal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which is sad.
Like then Hobbs basically said that when he retires, he wants to be backstage in WWE. I was like, I
heard about that too. He already like, look, B, I'm here to be backstage. I ain't trying to wrestle. Like, who knows? That might be it. That's probably the reason why he's not even on TV yet. He probably don't even want to wrestle.
Since we know his real age, it gives us a better understanding of his choices. I mean, he's in great shape, but he when you get to that age, you realize, well, if I don't do it now, I'll never do it. So
maybe he could be a trainer. Maybe train the powerhouses.
Maybe
right.
Again, it's understandable if that's his way of thinking.
Because I'm never against somebody like, hey, is that the journey they want to take that journey? You know what I'm saying? I'm not selfish because you already know there's a lot of motherfuckers. You be like, oh, come on, he could be in the ring. But if they don't feel like being in the ring, it is what it is.
Hey, I still feel the same way about Sarah Del Rey. She trains everybody, but she's like the best female wrestler they got.
But my part is that you have motherfuckers on deck. Use the motherfuckers on deck. You have Trick. Trick is going to be a star if you book him correctly.
I was saying SmackDown when in the summertime, this dude Trick should have SmackDown on his shoulders as a top face. Period.
Man, listen, with the shows that WWE has between Raw, SmackDown, NXT, AAA, TNA, Evolve, there's no reason why anybody should be in catering.
Like Oba is already a star. He's only been on TV twice.
Speaking of TNA, they had Ali lose again to fucking Elijah or whatever the fuck his name is in the casket match.
Yeah, like what the fuck they doing with these dudes, B? This dude has a crazy gimmick, and did he even win some gold ever since he had the whole?
He won the X Division title.
Championship, yeah.
Yeah, but then his contract expired, and then he just went back. But yeah,
And
but
remember
I
from
thought this.
before last week, he was struggling against Shorty. What's Shorty name? Beating up all of Order 4 by herself.
Don't and care.
Right.
I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know.
telling you.
Some neat
Shorty was
shit.
good though. It was a little black wrestler lady.
Uh, she's a newbie. I forgot her name,
Yeah.
but
Like again, it's time. It's time for this generation to stop being such bitches.
Agreed.
it's time for management to get their heads out of their asses. That's what it needs to be.
and give the people behind and give the people who are basically the backups right now, give them a chance. Give them a chance. They
I
will
like
amaze
this.
you.
Speaking of Ali, I really like this presidential gimmick. I would have said this guy. I would have caped for him to beat Mike Santana for the TNA World Title, but
In Ali we trust.
That's what made him get popping. The
then,
beef between him and Mike Santana. That's how we got popping.
Exactly. They could have spun the block on that.
To anyone that cares, Leon Slater finally made an appearance, and Eric Young cut a promo, and it was so funny. He basically buried the X Division. Eric Young said in the promo, he was like, "Man, look, I don't really care about the X Division title, but you're never here. You weren't even here on the debut episode." I'm like, "Were they airing this?" Like,
no, nobody buried the X Division greater than Scott Steiner did.
Well, you know, Eric Young, he can say whatever he wants. He's an OG.
Yeah.
But Scott Steiner did it with such great efficiency.
He got a shot. He got a.
Seafood said, for TNA to be a major network, they really need to upgrade their production. It still comes off as dull looking to me. It's a little bit of an upgrade. Like it looked better. It looks better now from when they was on Access.
Wow.
You had fucking Private Party. First off, you have fucking Private Party. Fucking challenge the Hardys. What the fuck are you doing?
What the fuck is Private Party? As a matter of fact,
they just came back recently.
But they challenged the Hardys.
Private Party. It wasn't Private Party. They're not in TNA. No.
During the HOG show, like they challenged the Hardys.
Oh, the HOG show. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was tonight, right?
Right.
Yeah. And MJF is facing Zilla tonight. Yeah.
Yo, you see these dudes promos? Zilla and MJF, they cooked.
But
great promos by the guys.
But here's the part though that kind of pisses me the fuck off. Is that like good for MJF going to HOG, right? Showing up, wrestling his magic at Zilla. But to me, it kind of defeats the purpose. Let me explain. It defeats the purpose because we already know who's going to win. It's before MJF one of his biggest matches this year.
That doesn't mean it didn't have to happen.
No. Like I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that like if you're going to book that match, make it mean something.
Let's say it does mean something. It's about the exposure, dude.
No.
It's about giving a young guy that a more mainstream, like the mainstream fans out there, they don't know about HOG. They've never heard of HOG. So
no. What I'm saying,
media, you know.
No. Hold on. What I'm saying is that, like, okay, like let's say if Zilla wins, he's added to the match. That would actually mean something. That would put more eyes on Zilla, put more eyes on AEW, and make something special of a Zilla Pot 2 if you're trying to book him away from WWE. See what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know what MJF's goal here is. He just seems like the kind of guy that just likes to help out the little guy, which is cool.
We just don't know. Yeah, that's the problem. That's like one of the problems I have.
Oh wow!
But it has to mean something.
What's going on, TK?
Oh no, I was just watching the end of SmackDown. They had Aleister Black just beat Randy Orton, so
Yeah, that's the Mania match. I know it may seem underwhelming for some people, but
Yeah. Like I heard about that too. Like I heard that they wanted to do.
I
I'm
mean, it's
telling you, man,
not.
I keep telling people they're never doing Cody Orton. They're just not doing that. That's not something Triple
Yeah.
H cares about. The fans
I
care
think
about it.
people.
He doesn't.
I think people need to get that match out there off their radar.
No,
That
no,
shit
Same
should
thing.
have happened since
Black versus
last
Orton
year.
might kill.
That shit
I
should
think
have
might
happened
kill.
last year.
I think they should
I'm
get that
surprised you
match
didn't say
out of their
anything, Black
system.
Star. You always talk about this match being a one-off. I'm surprised you didn't say anything about that being a one-off because that's what it was.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
I was shocked at that.
I was gonna say one off.
No, but you would think it wouldn't be given their history, but Jesus, they do not give
I
a
said it
damn
then.
about that.
I was like, wait a minute. Why are they facing each other in a King of the Ring final? That makes no sense. That should have told you right there. Triple H doesn't care about this match. He doesn't care.
That's the thing that kills me. He got so much diamonds in the rough, and he's just walking around like, whoa, duh.
He said it wrong. He said,
Yeah.
This is gonna be a one-off.
Like, this dude ruined so much shit. It's a laundry list. To the point now where nobody's not here to see no damn WrestleMania. Like, this Mania season is flat as hell. It's like when you have some root beer and you fucking pour water in it type flat.
Bro, the
Fucking
ticket
3-day-old
sales
soda out the refrigerator flat.
Bro, the ticket sales for Mania are terrible. Like they not selling.
Yeah, here's the problem. The reason why the ticket sales are down is because this year they don't have that angle and they don't have that storyline that's got like all the buzz. Like, and every WrestleMania doesn't have this, but just to give examples of like different storylines of the modern era that's got people hooked. The Daniel Bryan Yes movement, that was compelling. People wanted to see that through. The Kofi Mania shit in 2019, that was compelling. People want to see that through. When Rock showed up and blew everything up, even though it was a shit show, people wanted to see what was going to happen, or the shit with Beth and her and Charlotte and Ronda and all that.
Hold on.
They don't have that this year.
Don't do that. Don't do that. So, you see, I try to steamroll past the shit. Nah. Like, yeah, I was talking shit about that shit too when it came to The Rock coming through and just doing, like, basically making the story his own when it came to WrestleMania 40. But that shit was still fun, nonetheless. It was still fun.
Yeah, it was an entertaining shit show. It worked out.
No, you're forgetting, Toph. Mania's on Disney. Ha ha.
Right, of course. Right, but they don't have that this year. They don't have right now on television. None of their storylines are compelling enough to get.
I guarantee you. Disney is going to cookie cutter the living shit out of Mania this year.
The only thing that's
storyline. They don't have that storyline that's compelling, and they don't have that one wrestler right now that's like, like this dude's blowing up or this girl's blowing up. But the problem is, despite the fact that they don't have that story and they don't have that wrestler, the ticket sales, or rather the prices of the tickets, are high as fuck, as if they have that story when they don't.
That's why.
So that's
exactly. That's how tone deaf they are.
That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying that wrestling needs a diabolical heel, a motherfucker who everybody fucking hates.
It was supposed to have been this dude, Gunther, but they're not booking him right.
I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what
the last story that they did, like whether you're a Triple H fan or you're not a Triple H fan, the last compelling story Triple H did was the Cody finishing his story stuff. I think everybody is in agreement with that. The peak,
of course,
WrestleMania 40, and after that, it's just been, what was it first? A subtle decline.
Downhill.
The decline is like steep.
Bro, I told you, man, we were spoiled Mania 40.
That shit was like a roller coaster after WrestleMania 40. Starting on Monday, starting that Raw, after with the whole Dewey say, "Oh, can I hold your belt?" and you can hold my belt. Shit started getting weird. After all
Right.
that shit, everything just went downhill dramatically.
And
Yeah,
I
the
question
Wayne,
Triple H's true skill because I'll give him the bloodline and I'll give him Cody. But when you really think about it, he didn't really have to do shit because the bloodline stuff was already going on. Vince started that. So that just kind of landed in his lap. And then Cody, he
no,
showed
Vince
up
didn't start that.
again.
Roman started
Vince
that.
still there. So both of those stories just kind of landed in his lap. So and people will say, oh, well, what about Punk and Drew? Listen, I don't give two fucks about Punk, but I'll give him credit where credit is due. The Punk Drew thing, that was a fluke too. That was because Punk got hurt in a fluke spot at the Royal Rumble, and then Drew leveled up his Twitter troll game, and the company just went with it. Triple H didn't sit down and say, okay, I got this idea. You guys are going to troll each other for a whole year, and it's going to lead to this epic Hell in a Cell match. Like, no, that was Punk and Drew doing all the work. So when you really look at it, what has Triple H really done?
Yeah, I guarantee you.
Not a damn thing.
I can guarantee Punk and Drew was not even a thought in their mind.
No.
Yep.
That was an excellent Hell in a Cell match, though.
No, their rivalry and their matches were good,
Yeah.
but overall, that was
Even the Liv
was
Morgan
not planned. Like I guarantee you, they
Right.
were not in that boardroom. Like, hey, Punk versus Drew, let's do it. Nope.
Even the Liv Morgan shit was a fluke. The only reason she's even in her spot, no one cared about who she was. She's in her
Because Rhea got
spot
hurt.
because she had a segment with Rhea and she got hurt.
Yeah.
And then they turned that into a storyline. Like they lucked into that too.
Didn't Janelle
Janelle
Grant say that the Liv Morgan storyline was basically they got that from her?
Yeah, right. So Janelle Grant said there was a segment that was on WWE television that she felt was an insult to her and reference to fans who don't know.
You muted yourself, tough.
Dom showed this is when Carlito was still there. Dom showed his phone to Carlito and Balor, and they were like, "Oh, okay," because allegedly that's what happened with Janelle, where Vince was showing his phone to like fucking Johnny Ace and a bunch of other people that were part of his inner circle. That was a report, if you remember, that reports were going. Remember the whole like he's got toys and he names them after wrestlers and shit.
Yeah, Bobby Lashley and all
that was the funniest part.
Andre the Giant. Like this dude is a weirdo.
Right. Yes, he is.
Like, I don't kink shame. Like, do what you do, but I ain't trying to hear all that.
Jesus, he did that with these guys. Imagine how he felt about Shawn Michaels.
Now, like, imagine
he probably got a plastic pussy.
Jesus.
Imagine if Brett comes in and goes like, you know what? I'm gonna start booking now, and everything will start going to shit because like Brett will pick or Brett would fine tooth comb every single fucking storyline.
Brett said he's not trying to do none of that shit.
Yeah, he'd rather just sit back and tell everybody how much they suck.
Right, and get money for it.
Yeah, before we go, I just want to give a big ups to Meltzer for getting Ratio talking about how the Kenny Swerve match was great, but it was all Kenny, like, and then he got Ratio by the fucking comment section on Twitter.
Yeah, fuck
like,
that dude.
Meltzer
got Swerve is not one of the elites of wrestling today. Like, you got to be delusional, bro. Kenny's great.
Meltzer has been looking like a jackass all for like the past several weeks now.
Several years. Like, I don't know why motherfuckers keep listening to this dude. And then half the time he'll get some news from somewhere else. Don't even do no due diligence or nothing. It could be a random tweet. And he'll follow with that shit. And it's like, this shit happened like 5 years ago, right?
Yeah, I was joking about that earlier today. Like he's legitimately senile sometimes. When that shit happened with Rock and Triple H at that event they did, whatever that shit was, where the Rock slapped Cody.
Oh, the Mania pre-show.
It was like some kind of media scrum they did, where it was Rollins, Cody, Roman, and Rock on that stage, whatever. And then, like, remember when it was over, Rock got in Triple H's face, whatever. So then Meltzer saw the segment on SmackDown from like, it was either 2015 or 2016, where Rock and Triple H were setting up a match for Mania that never happened. Meltzer saw that segment and then reported it as if like that segment at the time was like actively happening in real time. And then like fucking Alvarez was like, dude, what are you talking about? This is a SmackDown segment from like 5-7 years ago. Like, what?
Idiot!
Yo, bro, how the hell you get called out by Alvarez of all people?
Like Alvarez is a good guy.
The thing about it is,
like
there was like a fucking 2K poster in the background. It was like 2K5. Like so that tells you, like, why the fuck would they be promoting a game that came out like half a decade ago? For what?
They're trying to collect residuals.
The only thing that he's truthful about is AEW.
I told you, Meltzer lost me when he never gave Kurt Angle a 5-star rating. That's it.
He never gave AJ a 5-star rating until he went to New Japan.
Right, exactly.
Which is wild.
Right.
Big ups to Swerve though, man. That match with Kenny was great.
Yeah. Before we get up out of here, that's what I definitely want to say. Be like, match of the year so far, and yo, I'll say this one thing. It's not a major gripe, but I'm thinking like when he had caught him with that guillotine spot when he took the bottom turnbuckle off, and he caught him with that guillotine right there. I think he should have ended that match right after he caught him with the swerve stomp and all that shit.
Yeah,
him kicking out and continuing on with the match. I'm like, oh come on, yeah, I ain't had to do all that. Like that right there would have been chef's kiss. But it's not a major gripe though.
When he pulled Aubrey Edwards immediately into the V trigger.
Aubrey Edwards is a trooper. She took that V trigger head on.
Like that was Lita levels.
Well, Omega, he definitely had like a shot of some water from the Fountain of Youth.
Well, he was in there against Swerve. He knew he was going to be in for a fight. That's NJPW.
That was a cleaner. That's cleaner Omega right there.
Omega knew he was going to be in for a fight when he fought Swerve, man.
Okay. I'm guessing what they're going to do is they're going to run it back. I'm guessing they're going to run it back at Dynasty, and then probably run it back one more time at Double or Nothing, like a trilogy. I'm good with that. So,
like
hey man,
or like Toph. Like Toph texted me, he's like, they killed him. I was like, yeah, they did.
Man, this gives them an excuse to run it back, man. Omega's off of TV. Swerve is a heel now, which is going to be money. So ain't nowhere to go but up now.
Going to be Swerve versus Omega for the belt.
Speaking of that too, I saw some people were complaining about that. Like, no, like this works out better for Swerve because if you actually look at the lay of the land,
we gotta go, B. We gotta get up out of here.
All right.
Oh, but here we go. Who won between Zilla and this dude?
I think MJF probably won.
Yeah, more than likely.
I'll try to look it up if you hold on.
Yeah, post it in the chat. We talk about it in the chat. Let's get up out of here, B. Appreciate y'all and all that. Catch y'all next week, if anything, B. You already know the vibes, B. Enjoy y'all weekend.
Goodbye, bitch.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And on that note, peace out, motherfucker.
Feel the explosion, burn from fire. I'ma lose it when I tell that nigga turn it up. Nobody in here have an empty cup. Better run and escape and go pray. I'm a human hand grenade all day.